friends, very good morning to all of you. Okay friends, let's go through today's newspaper and see what are the important news items. Right friends, today's date is April 22nd, 2021. Right, 24 COVID-19 patients in Nasik die without oxygen as gas leaks. Valve, valve malfunction in hospital led to incident, says State Health Minister. Okay friends, center steps in to restore oxygen supplies to Delhi. 24/7 control team will mediate disputes between states. Friends, as a demand for oxygen cylinders is rising, states, there has been a team will be created to mediate the disputes between the states. Right friends, very few post-vaccine infections. ICMR Council says such breakthrough cases do not undermine the efficacy of shots. Right friends, Covaxin phase 3 trial shows vaccine has 78% efficacy. Okay friends, India adds 3.15 lakh cases, 2091 deaths. This is the highest ever single day spike in coronavirus infections in the world. Friends, as you can see, the death rate is also increasing, and also the cases are also increasing at an alarming rate. Right friends, here you can see some images that have happened due to the COVID-19 pandemic and crisis. Right friends, chaotic scenes outside GDP hospital ward. Stretchers develop as beds as the second largest Delhi government hospital struggles to cope with rising virus cases. So here the stretchers have been used as hospital beds because of the non-availability of beds. Alright friends, private oxygen suppliers struggle to keep up. Cost of 10-liter oxygen cylinder goes up 3 times after government's admission on stocks. So as government admitted the stocks have exhausted, the rate in the market has increased by 3 times. Alright friends, over 1000 last rides performed in 3 days. Capacity for COVID-19 victims ramped up at cremation and burial facilities. Friends, these all news are about the rising and the aggravating crisis of COVID-19, especially in our national capital. Right, friends? Uh, High Court entrusts circus hippopotamus with welfare trust. The animal was at the center of a 3-year-long legal battle between PETA and Asiad Circus. So this hippo was used in circus. Now it is given to welfare trust. Right friends, Delhi police keeps the spirits high, officers arrange oxygen cylinders, get patients admitted. Right friends, there are some news from the south. Case surge crosses 23,500 in Karnataka, and there are figures about deaths and number of cases. Kerala announces travel testing protocol. Right friends, no lockdown in Kerala. Karnataka seeks oxygen. Telangana gets a little over 6 lakh additional doses of vaccine. Right friends, Rajasthan CM seeks a free COVID-19 vaccine for people above 18 years. Youth's resentment against the center will grow on not getting free jab, says Gehlot. Right friends, special package sought for needy during pandemic. Workers of unorganized sector in crisis. So there is a need for the needy people during the pandemic, especially the unorganized sector and as well as the migrant workers. Right friends, 3 ONGC employees abducted in Assam, involvement of Ulfa I suspected. Right friends, now we will see some editorial articles. The lead article is the last word on the state and the temples. In Tamil Nadu, the movement seeking a delinking of state and religion misprices the law's value. Right, friends? As you all know, our secularism mark of secularism is different from that of the Western idea of secularism. So, in this context, it is very important to understand the why the government has some role in religious affairs, and it sometimes it involves in the religious affairs and religious managements. Right, friends? Open and safe. Prime Minister Modi is right about lockdowns, but the vaccination policy needs reform. So, friends, this is also a piece of advice about the COVID-19 policy. Okay, friends, strengthening the process of choosing the police chief. A balance needs to be struck between the government's legitimate role and the police chief's operational autonomy. Right, friends? As you all know, there is a need for police reforms in our country, and but over the time it has not been done. And as well as the appointment of DGP, the police chief, is not done in a fair manner. So, in this context, it is very important to understand the process of choosing the police chief. Right, friends? Towards racial justice, conviction in the George Floyd case and the police reform bill should help build bridges. Friends, this incident pertains to last year, and George Floyd was killed, choked to death by a police officer. Now the police officer has been convicted, and there is talk of a police reform bill also. And these measures could help in addressing the addressing the racism issue in United States of America. Alright, friends, a recipe for vaccine inequity. The center's latest policy may push a huge chunk of population out of the safety net. So, friends, in the governance process, equity and equality. So, equity and equality are very important. So, with the center's latest COVID-19 policy, some might not get the some might not be the policy might not be equal for everybody. Right, friends? Data and a new global order. India has a key role to play in the hyper-connected world. Friends, this is about the data and the new global order. Okay, friends, a fresh push for green hydrogen. India must address several challenges to enhance a commercial scale operations. Friends, we can comfortably say the hydrogen is the fuel of the future. So, in order to achieve the green production of hydrogen, we need a policy. Okay, friends, India should be a country of particular concern. US panel commission says there were severe violations of religious freedom in 2020. Okay, friends, about this item, now and then we will be getting this kind of reports from the Western countries, especially USA, about several kind of freedoms in India. Right, friends, India at 142nd rank on press freedom index. It was in the same place last year too. So this categorization, this kind of rankings also come in the similar category. Okay, friends, UP police get clean sheet in Vikas Dubey case. 8 policemen were killed last year when they were on their way to arrest the gangsters. Right, friends, MSP, minimum support price, via bank transfer in Punjab and Haryana. Producers Artias happy, says Minister. Friends, this is the new policy that has been initiated by the the governments about payments to the farmers. Right, friends, Maoists allege drone attack in Bijnapur. by security forces. The claims are totally baseless, says Chhattisgarh police. Okay, friends. Supreme Court paves way for ad hoc judges in high courts. Friends, in high courts, as many as 57 lakh cases are pending. So there is, to fasten the process of adjudicating the justice and adjudicating the cases, there is, this is a temporary measure that is increasing the appointment of ad hoc judges to the high courts. Okay, friends, Delhi High Court verdict likely today in WhatsApp privacy policy case. The messaging app has challenged CCI, Competition Commission of India's order for a probe. Okay, friends, special task force to monitor J&K government employees. It will scrutinize the cases in time-bound manner, says government. Okay, friends, cannot club remaining poll phases. Election Commission of India, Trinamool has suggested combining 3 phases in West Bengal to curb the spread of COVID-19. Right, friends. So the Trinamool Congress mainly asked for clubbing the remaining phases of election as COVID cases are rising, but Election Commission of India declines that suggestion. Okay, friends. Indian adds further gender stereotypes, shows study. It measured over 1000 ads aired across India in 2019. Right, friends, for in advertisement, women are disproportionately used or misrepresented often. So the study says, because of those kind of representations, the gender stereotypes are further aggravated. Right, friends. States promised seamless oxygen supply. Pharma firms to raise a remdesivir output from 36 lakh vials a month to 1 crore. Right, friends. Modi to participate in climate summit today. This summit is being held by the United States of America's President Joe Biden. Okay, friends. Variant in Bengal can evade immune system. It has a major mutation that can lead to increased infectivity, and possibly compromise vaccine efficacy. Okay, friends. Door-to-door vaccination not possible. Center to Bombay High Court. Contamination and wastage may affect efficacy, says government. So there are some novel ideas to fight the COVID-19 vaccine. So one among them suggested by the Bombay High Court is door-to-door vaccination, but the suggestion has been declined by the central government. And similarly, some other new measures to fight the COVID-19 crisis. One among them is Assam gives ambulance status to carriers of medical oxygen. So this is to fasten the delivery of the oxygen cylinders. Right, friends, now we will see some news from across the world. Chauvin convicted Floyd's murder. The former police officer faces a potential 40-year jail sentence. Biden slams systemic racism in USA. So friends, this issue pertains to George Floyd's case. Okay, friends. Sri Lanka detects nuclear material on China-bound vessel. Shipping firm didn't obtain prior nod for dangerous cargo. Okay, friends. Justice Department to probe Minneapolis policing, and US lawmakers back 100 billion signs push to take on China. Okay, friends. Putin wants rivals against crossing red line with China. Moscow's response will be asymmetric and harsh, he warned. Friends, you can see the tensions are rising with the USA. So in this context, the Russian president has made the statement. Sri Lanka marks Easter bombing anniversary. Devotees gather at attacked church. Opposition Catholic leaders slam government for delay in probe. Okay friends, slain Chad leader's son takes over reigns. Opposition parties call it a coup d'etat. Rebels threaten to depose Muhammad. Okay friends, Japan PM sends offering to controversial strain. China, Korea's often slam such moves. Friends, this particular strain is seen, it is a bad memory for China and Korea, both Koreas during the Second World War period. So because of that, they slammed the gesture of Japanese Prime Minister. Right friends, a good news. Farm exports rose 16.9% in April-February financial year 2021. So friends, this is a good development. Right friends, exports freight over delay in rebate rates. The road trip scheme came into effect on January 1st, but lack of clarity is hampering sector's ability to price. Right friends, CARE Ratings lowers financial year 22 GDP forecast to 10.2%. Lockdowns to affect GST collections. Okay friends, fundraising via bonds jumped 14% in financial year 21. Low rate liquidity aid private placement. Right friends, this is all from today's newspaper. Thank you for joining me. Have a good day.